We have an extended team of people working on MySQL performance and scalability.
Michael Ronström, and I founded the MySQL cluster technology. And nowadays I lead the architecture development at MySQL. MySQL has been focusing its efforts on dual core systems for a long time, and it's only recently that we've seen this massive development of multi-core systems in the world. So customers care very much about scalability. I mean, they buy systems with 16 cores and they expect to be able to use all those 16 cores. We have actually achieved linear scalability of MySQL cluster so that we actually seen that a 2-node system gets half the performance of a 4-node system, which in turn gets half the performance of an 8-node system. And with sufficient hardware, we should be able to do the same thing with 16 nodes, 32 nodes, 48 nodes.
Customers will ultimately see the benefit of this work that's going on, and I think it's important for us to note too that a lot of the users out there are using Linux and Windows, and our efforts are not simply focused on Sun systems or the Solaris operating system. We believe that the work that we're doing will benefit all users, whatever operating system or whatever hardware they happen to be using.
Rag Bourbonet, Principal Engineer for Open Storage. I've contributed to performance optimization to ZFS since it came out. So we're looking to combine MySQL with the Open Solaris appliance kit in order to reach unparalleled level of ease of use. Okay, so here the appliance kit of Solaris already exists, and we're using it as a first instance to develop network-attached storage around commodity parts and the Open Solaris system, open part ZFS, and cheap, inexpensive commodity drives. So we've got the drives, obviously. We've got the systems, the head nodes. And so these things can be used as backend to store MySQL data. So by combining the Open Solaris amazing dtrace capability, we can look in real time response times to MySQL as well as what's going on inside the kernel, inside the storage, and combining all this information into one common place. Having the timeline representation of the different subsystems at different levels, we just have this visual representation of what's going on, and we naturally correlate the different subsystems and find the issues.
Matt Ingenthron, I'm part of the Sun field organization working with web customers as an architect. Memcached is an open source technology that's used frequently to help scale MySQL and scale databases in general and web applications in general. We use it with a lot of our customers to help them build web applications that scale very, very large. Sun has been working quite a bit with the community in innovating with Memcached and MySQL. For instance, one thing that Brian Aker had started and has now been used by Patrick at Grazer and others is a set of user-defined functions that allow you to access Memcached directly from MySQL. We've also been doing some work with a storage engine interface on the back end of Memcached, which then allows us to scale Memcached across multi-core systems and even potentially use different kinds of memory technology. Some of that's experimental at this point.
Pallab Bhattacharya, Principal Engineer in the Web Technology. We heard from Michael and from Matt that MySQL is getting heavily used in the community. I basically work on Spark CMT systems, which has a lot of cores inside them. So my focus has been find ways and means how to improve MySQL scalability on these multi-core systems.
One of the things that Sun's able to bring to the table is lots of hardware.
These are the set of clients that we are using to drive
load from these systems into the MySQL systems that are running from anywhere on 2-socket, from 2-socket to all the way up to 8-socket systems.
Using a T5440, I can achieve the same thing by carving out multiple domains as if they were multiple independent systems, and take the individual applications that were running on those single node systems and deploy them in domains, and that gives the the concept of scaling out inside a box using virtualization.
We have a very strong competence in the Sun organization on performance engineering of databases, and obviously we also have a very interesting hardware development in Sun, where we get to work with Sun engineers on actually making hardware solutions together with the software solutions.
By using ZFS, Open Solaris, and custom designed SSD technologies, we can deliver, outstanding price performance using cheaper disk technologies.
It's been excellent working with the MySQL team. There's some very good engineers there, and I think there's been a very good synergy between us. We have a long history of working with performance on databases, and so they've been very pleased to be able to work with us, and we've found wonderful cooperation from them, and it's been really great to get that virtual team going with people from both groups involved.